You've tried being consistent with the good habits. You're trying to exercise, you're trying to clean up your diet, you're trying to handle all the essentials that you know you need to, all the essentials that you've been told online to handle, to finally feel human again. You're trying your absolute best. But doing the boring things day after day, again and again, it's starting to get to you now. You're becoming discouraged, it's becoming difficult. You just want to go back to your old life. You're not lazy, you're not stupid. You actually want to be better. You want to make, you're the one who set out to be better. You're the one who said to yourself that I need to change. And the way to change is obviously to do the right actions, and you've been trying. But every time you start doing the right things, there's just something inside of your brain that just fights it every single time. Every single time you've tried, the same cycle just continues. You wake up and you feel like you've already lost. As soon as your eyes open, negative emotions and negative thoughts come flying into your brain, convincing you to stay in bed, look at your phone, just relax, take the day off, man. Tomorrow's a Monday. Let's start fresh on a Monday. Perfect. Let's do that. But that day off turns into a fucking week of the same bullshit. A week of mindlessly just living your life again. You've forgotten all of your goals. You've not done anything productive. You've just resorted back to all your bad habits. And the worst of it all, there's no guilt. You don't feel any regret until you give it a couple more days, and then you crumble. All the regret comes flying into your face, and you start hating yourself again. That's a cycle you're stuck in, and breaking it just feels impossible. We've all been there, man. But let me just try and give you a different perspective that will genuinely help you out, because it sure helped me. You could continue chasing a life of short-lived pleasures. You could chase distractions. You could continue eating junk. You could continue missing workouts. You just carry on the way you have been. But guess what? It's still difficult. And you know this because you live in that second version. You felt all the difficulties that come along with it. People think that just skipping the gym, eating whatever they want, doing whatever they want, whenever they want is freedom. It's not freedom. It's literally just another prison, but you're familiar with it. The brain fog fucking returns, anxiety, sleepless nights, you don't want to look at yourself in the mirror. You're just always in your head, in your mind. The negative emotions are back. You're worried about what people are thinking of you. You can't speak to strangers. You don't even want to speak to your family or friends. And the worst of it all, the regret. Most people can handle the hard task for a little while. Maybe they'll continue for a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe even a month. But when life comes and slaps them in the face, they have a bad day, they have an argument with someone, they go running back to the comfort, back to the familiar comfort that they have been clinging on to for God knows how long. And most people just accept it. That's it. But let me just remind you again though. Everyone's life is hard. It's just that some people, intelligent people, choose a version of hard that gives their life added benefits. The rest will just choose the version that makes them a slave to their feelings and emotions, and then they live their life just acting on impulse all the time. being stuck up in their mind and just acting on emotion and impulse, and then they say they're having a great time, when in reality, they're not. It's hard showing up when you've been going to the gym for a while, you've been dieting for a while, and you still don't see any results. It's hard, it's difficult. It's hard eating clean when your friends are ordering takeout and you're just sitting there thinking, oh, is this even worth it? It's hard, it's difficult. It's hard being the one who has to say no when everyone else seems like they're enjoying their life. But it's also hard being the person who's constantly tired, who's regretful, who's unhappy, who's always got anxiety, who goes on social media, sees someone who's stuck to it long enough and they achieved success. It's hard being that person. It's hard getting a glimpse of what you could have been, knowing that if you just chose the other version of yourself instead and continued down that hard path, you would have the success that you wanted, but you didn't. And the regret, that regret won't just whisper. It'll keep you up at night. It will show up every single day. And it's just going to consume you. And like, that's a heavy thing to live with. Name something worse than that. Name something worse than waking up every single day and just being bombarded with negative emotions of regret, and then going to sleep and having those same regretful thoughts. I genuinely cannot think of anything worse. So realistically, you just need to pick your hard. You need to pick, I know it's cliche, you need to pick your hard. You need to pick your pain. You need to pick your suffering. And if you're going to pick, you may as well pick the suffering of pain on the path that has added benefits. You may as well. So instead of just resorting to comfort unconsciously, stop waiting for it to get easier. Stop waiting for the future version of you who's more capable to come and save you. Don't wait around for any of that. Just accept that life is going to be hard either way. That's the law of the universe. You just need to accept it. And then whenever your brain tries to convince you of delaying action or leaving it till tomorrow, let's do this, let's do that instead. First, let me handle this. Do exactly the opposite of what your brain tells you in that moment. Do the complete opposite. Because all you need, it's a simple equation, all right? Hard tasks plus doing them every day when you don't feel like it, plus time, equals that version of you that you want to become. Simple.